I think yeah, for me, what's weird is when you say credibility, I always struggle with that because I, l- I, I feel like I don't think about yesterday. Like I think that if there's one thing that like helps me is the past seems so long ago, and I don't, I don't take any like, I mean, I take pride in it at times, or like, oh, like the Zappos, for example. I'll see the UPS guy. Oh, that's cool. The Zappos box. Yeah, that's funny. Like long time ago, but like, I'm like so excited about today and tomorrow. Sometimes to a fault that like sometimes I'm like, I don't want to like I don't want to talk about I don't want to be the Zappos. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about this yesterday. I want to talk
You don't
about
want to be
today and tomorrow.
a retrospective mascot.
Yeah, because it's like it's so like what's in front is so fun, and that's what I think that like for me, I always assumed maybe you would do something, you have a big success, and you would just kind of sit there and just reminisce and think about that, and then you start going, you're like, wait a minute, I'm 48, but like other than looking in the mirror, like I don't know what the difference is between, I feel the same as I did when I was like in my 25 and 30, and like I'm, like I mean, some things are different, obviously family is more important than these kind of things, but like I have that same enthusiasm. I don't feel like I feel like I start in the same starting blocks as everyone else when I'm going to work on the next thing. The only difference is I don't have to take the time out to ask an investor, right? Which is good or bad. There's less of a vetting process, so I can learn lessons the hard way sometimes because it's like it's like ready, say, go. There's no one to say, hold on, have you thought through this, and this? Nope, don't have time for that. I got to go. Like, but at least you're only risking your own money. So it's not like something where and then the benefit that is you're not locked into someone else's. But like, I don't know. Like I like the idea of of just feeling like you woke up today and like, you it's the same. You got the same chance of success of anyone else. Doesn't matter what you did yesterday, good or bad. It's like, what does today look like? And then, and even sometimes I start worrying about tomorrow. If I don't think about tomorrow enough, it's like, no, let's just think about today. What are we going to do today?
Right.
How are we going to get it going? I think that's when people talk about like time, um, getting older and realizing that time is so valuable. I think it's like the time is only valuable if you're using it, like, so if you're sitting there thinking about the past, that's not, that's not using your time. And if everything's about tomorrow. So for me, the most liberating thing from successes has just been the ability to like, all right, like anything's possible today. Let's go. What are we gonna do?
And you don't have to think
So
about making money either, which is a huge one.
no, yeah,
Well, not in the
yeah,
same way, at least.
yeah, which is which again is a good thing and a bad thing. Like there's so many like different levels of discipline or freedom that you just have to balance. It's the same as like a fighter that's like hungry and just wants it so bad, and then gets a big payday, and it's just harder to train. And it's like, which situation is better? Like, the hungry fighter is trying to get to the point where he doesn't have to train as much or doesn't have to train, but then the fighter that doesn't have to train and it's having a harder time getting out of bed to go run in the morning wants to get that hunger back. So I think it's always just a balance, and performance is
Yeah.
affected both ways. And it's just like and that's why I think it's just looking at, hey, you're not as hungry as you were 10 years ago. You can't get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning and run, and you might do one or two workouts instead of three or four, but like, that's okay. That's what today, that's today. So it's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. Maybe too much coffee.
No, no, that was great. It all is just a big rubber band.